The galactic conglomerate was a place where species boasted about military conquests, technological marvels, intellect, or diplomacy. But there was one universal truth known across thousands of worlds. Humans were afraid of meat. At least, that's what the galaxy believed. Every xenobiology database classified humans as exclusive plantivores, timid forest walkers who shuddered at carnivore species. Apparently, humans came from a world where predators were too terrifying to hunt, so they evolved into peaceful gatherers. The conglomerate had accepted this theory for centuries, until a single man arrived and set their entire belief system on fire. His name was Ethan Vale, once a chef on Earth, now working deep in alien space on Station Vastral 9. He was part of the small human community allowed to live among aliens, under strict restrictions, of course. Humans were considered cute, harmless, the kind of species you hired for accounting or horticulture. Certainly not someone you invited into a kitchen, but Ethan needed a job, so he found work in the last place anyone expected. High-end alien restaurant named the Emperor's Plate, serving the richest and most powerful diners in the sector. He wasn't allowed to touch knives larger than his forearm. He wasn't allowed near dangerous foods, and gods forbid they let him near meat. His job was chopping glowing vegetables and brewing colorful broths. Busy. Work to keep him out of trouble. The restaurant's head chef, a towering reptilian named Chef Droll, sneered every time he saw Ethan. Careful, little leaf eater. The smell of blood might make you faint. Ethan just smiled politely, if only they knew the truth. The feared creature every cycle. The Emperor's Plate hosted what the galaxy considered the bravest test of honor, a tasting of Scarlan Beast, the apex predator of the Rim worlds, a monster so feared that entire civilizations used its image as a symbol of terror. Its flesh was believed to contain raw aggression. Consuming it was a display of dominance. Only the most elite warriors dared to eat it, and today's honored guest was the infamous General Zerexa of the Varkun, a female warlord with saber-like fangs, 6-foot horns and armor decorated with skulls of conquered predators, the most terrifying sight in the galaxy. Yet she froze in confusion when she noticed Ethan. He was whistling cheerfully as he diced vegetables, singing even. The general stomped forward, towering over him. Human, what are you doing in a place that serves meat? Are you not terrified? Ethan blinked. Terrified? Of dinner? The surrounding staff shuddered. Zerex's pupils narrowed. The Scarlan Beast has slaughtered whole colonies. Its hide is used to armor battleships. Only the strong dare dine on it. Ethan wiped his hands on his apron. Cool. How do you want it cooked? Silence. One chef dropped a plate. Zerexa snarled, confused and slightly offended. Human, you cook meat? Ethan shrugged. I was raised in Texas. Meat is life. Her horns twitched. You hunt predators? He smiled faintly, sometimes with nothing but a knife. The entire kitchen stopped breathing. The middle, a challenge of blood and fire. Chef Droll intervened quickly. General, forgive him. Humans are simple creatures. Silence! Zerexa roared. Her eyes never left Ethan. Human, you will prepare my meal. You will prove this outrageous claim. Ethan bowed politely. As you command, Droll hissed. You will kill us all. You don't even understand proper heat levels for predatory flesh. But Ethan was already moving. He approached the slab of Scarlan meat. Thick, muscle-packed, still twitching from stored biochemical energy. The smell alone made most species nauseous. Ethan inhaled deeply. Smells like a Saturday barbecue. He pulled out what the aliens considered a decorative historical blade, a proper Earth chef's knife. Everyone watched, trembling, as he seasoned the beast's flesh. Garlic analogs, mineral salts, a dash of something spicy from a world where the air itself was poison. The meat sizzled. Fat popped. Exotic aromas exploded into the air. Aliens gagged, not from disgust, but from hunger. Chef Droll's eyes dilated. What technique is this? Reverse sear, Ethan answered simply. He flipped the steak perfectly, juices glistening like molten rubies. Then, the most shocking part, he tasted it, a tiny bite. The kitchen screamed. Someone fainted. The general looked like she might draw a plasma axe. Ethan nodded thoughtfully. Good flavor. Big gamey. Needs more smoke. He plated the dish, garnished beautifully, and presented it with quiet confidence. General Zerexa sat. The galaxy's fiercest warrior stared down a plate as deadly as a battlefield. Then she snapped off a chunk with her claws and ate. The world paused. A low, guttural sound rumbled from her chest. Pleasure. This is divine, her voice shook. Human, you conquered the Scarlon beast, with fire and seasoning. Her eyes gleamed at him. Respect, hunger, interest. You have earned my attention. But the galaxy wasn't ready for this. Word spread instantly. A human, a supposed herbivore, had handled the apex predator, cooked it, tasted it, lived to talk about it. Species who defined their power by meat consumption suddenly felt insecure. Chef Droll was pale green, which, for his kind, meant terrified. Officials arrived demanding explanations. Humans aren't supposed to be carnivores. This contradicts every xenobiological record. Ethan scratched his head. Who told you that nonsense? We literally have restaurants called steakhouses. Panic. Utter chaos. The entire conglomerate realized they might have underestimated humanity by a terrifying margin. The general's proposal after the restaurant closed. Zerexa waited for Ethan alone. The warlord who had burned cities now struggled to maintain her composure. She stepped closer, towering, imposing, but her tone softened. Human Ethan Vale, I misjudged your kind. You are not prey. She lowered her head, a sign of rare respect. Join me. Serve as my personal battle chef aboard the Crimson Dreadnought. I will show you worlds where the hunt never ends. Ethan chuckled. Battle chef? That's a thing? For you it will be. She leaned even closer, her fangs inches from his neck. And perhaps more. Ethan's heart skipped. Not from fear, but exhilaration. Well, I do love to travel. Zerexa grinned savagely. Then prepare your knives, human. The galaxy has predators far stronger than the Scarlon. And together, her talons gently lifted his chin, we will feast upon them. The end, the human truth. Revealed, that night, Ethan packed his things. In the restaurant below, the aliens were still arguing about whether they should fear humans now. The general waited at the docking bay, Longtail swaying with excitement. He joined her, and the doors sealed behind them. Zerexa extended a blood-red gauntlet. Welcome to the hunt, human. Ethan grasped her hand, steady, confident. Let's go find what thinks it's at the top of the food chain. The ship blasted into warp, toward the wildest and most dangerous creatures known to the stars. And for the first time in galactic history, predators would learn a horrifying truth. Humans were apex hunters too. They didn't fear predators. They seasoned them.